Hey guys, how we doing? How we doing? Happy January, happy new year, happy halftime in our seminar year. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here with you guys. I'm so excited for you guys to be here and showing up. And okay, a few things. First, who's competitive? Comment if you are a competitive gal. It might be everybody watching. So who are my competitive people here? And what sports or where did you compete? How about comment that right now too? Right now. One time my husband heard me say that that I was an athlete. I don't know, like I was probably trying to run a marathon or something without training. And I said, well, I'm an athlete. I should be able to do that. So he's protecting me here a little bit. And he goes, well, okay, you used to be an athlete, and which he was absolutely right. So I probably had no business doing what I was getting ready to do. And so that to that, I quickly asked him to a game of one-on-one, and he doesn't call me, he doesn't say that anymore. Okay, so he's awesome. Okay, all right, so I have a challenge for us today. How about with this group, with our group, we have the most comments for today in our group. Do you think we can do it? I think we can. I believe in us, okay? Let's see if we can do it. And don't just be commenting stuff like pen and toast. Like, don't do that. Like real comments, okay, that I'm going to ask you about, or questions or whatever. Okay, deal? All right, we can do it. All right. So one time I heard National Sales Director Julia Burnett share at a seminar a few years ago. What if we just believed in ourselves for 1 year? What if we just all believed in ourselves for 1 year? After that year, this time next year, you can go back to whatever stinking thinking, normal thinking, whatever your normal is up until today, you can go back to whatever. But what if for 1 year you believed in yourself? Who would be affected? What goals would be achieved? What just belief barriers would be shattered? Who would you be giving permission to break their belief barriers? Woo! It's one of my favorite things I've taken away from seminar. And you guys, great job showing up today. Because if you just take away one or two things and implement them, can change your life, can absolutely change your life. Okay, so I get to talk to you guys today about basketball. I have a basketball story for you, or a few examples, and a birthday booking idea. I should have told you. So yeah, I used to play basketball, like we were saying before, right? And I'm much taller in person. Okay, that's just good old-fashioned virtual humor there for you. All right, so just like in basketball, you guys, in a basketball game, you're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have turnovers. You're going to have, I got to watch my time. You're going to have the good, the bad, the crazy, right? It's normal. It would be really weird if it was like, tweet at the end of the game, team over here 1,000 points, team over here also 1,000 points. First of all, boring. Second of all, it's just not reality. It's not what happens. Even though sometimes I think we expect that from our Mary Kay of like, why doesn't just everybody say yes? I'm not getting the results that I want. Well, let's look at the numbers and let's look at the target market. And there's some things we can unpack for sure. But I think our expectations, or maybe even expectations from ourselves as a woman, a wife, a mom, all the different hats we wear, we have these huge perfection expectations. Am I right, you guys? Or is it just me? Right? And it's just not real. It's not real. So we focus on things we can control, and we observe, and we're very aware of things we can't control, right? I really can control, and I'm really good at, here's a good affirmation, that I can shift my energy and focus very quickly. So just like in a game, if there's a turnover, I got to get the ball back. Like, I got to go. If you guys, can you imagine this? Write the word that first comes to mind with this little example. If you've ever watched a college basketball game or NBA, and if you could imagine, and maybe sometimes this happens a little bit, but not a lot. If when something happened that they didn't agree with, a ref call, anything, they would throw themselves down on the court and throw a full-blown tantrum. A full-grown man or woman doing that on that beautiful wooden basketball court. It would be crazy. Like in front of thousands of people, you'd be like, awkward, you know, that's not acceptable. That wouldn't be, that's not normal, right? So, and sometimes they still, or they might get in a fight or whatever, but it's not the every game. right? They're going, they're reacting, they're pivoting, they're changing their energy, their focus, because their focus isn't, oh crap, I just missed a shot. I got to go get the ball back, because they understand how the game works. If we understand how Mary Kay works, the numbers, follow-up, staying plugged in, if we understand how it works, then it works for us and for our family. That's the deal. But if I go into a basketball game thinking this thing's rigged, like my grandpa used to say that all the time, like, how can you shoot 10 shots and make here and miss over here? I'm like, Grandpa, like he used to think it was rigged. Okay, it's a whole nother story. All right, so for example, the booking idea I'm going to give you in just a hot second here, I would send out 20, 30, 40 at a time messages through Facebook, okay? And I would get 10, 15, 20 back at a clip, right? Because people are responding. And if I were to take the energy and the time to respond how they were responding to me, but if I were to give that energy back, I'd be like, yay, oh, like if someone was, no, thank you, or I don't use Mary Kay, or how whatever people say, it would be like this. It'd be up, down, up, down, up, down, like possessions of a basketball game. Like it would be up, down. We can't react like that. We get to control our energy and what we focus on. So what do? I see 5 of the 10 or 5 of the 12, 7 are negative, 5 are positive. I go right to the positive. Book, 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 and book. Whatever. So we get to control that, just like in a game. And then I'll get to those people that said no, or like, I'll deal with that later, but I'm pulling out the yeses right now and booking them right now. All right. So just be really aware, right, of what we can control. Because again, we're not going to have 1,000 points every game or every time we go to book someone or selling or recruiting or whatever. And actually, one little tip I'll share here too is when I sit down to do a facial, I would do this in person or virtually, a facial or a show, a party. I would say, you guys, it's my job. I get to take care of you or work together with you as a customer, hostess, or team member. So it's my job to figure out how that works best for you. So we get to figure that out together. All right. A customer, hostess, or team member. It could be one. It could be all 3. We're just going to figure that out. It's going to be great. Okay. Moving forward, I make up rover. So then I just go right into it. And before the booking tip, one last thing, you guys, the virtual stuff, you could be like, fire up social media, or you could be still not okay with it. I love you regardless. It's okay. But here's the fact. It's where everybody is right now. And depending on what state you're in or, quarantine, whatever all that looks like, this is what we have right now. And this is where everybody is. So it's our choice if we want to pivot our energy and shift that focus just ever so slightly, meaning take 1 or 2 ideas from today and pivot. 1 or 2, not the 20 hours, like just 1 or 2, right? And apply that in the next 48 hours. That's my challenge to you. Okay. So, about a year ago, you guys, our normal, like this just popped in my head thinking about this. My normal a year ago would have been maybe $200-300 in gas. I live way out in the country, like traveling to skincare appointments, traveling to interviews, coffee appointments, meetings, whatever. Easy. Let's just say $200. Now it's like 30. Like, okay, but that's the norm. If we don't take a weekly plan sheet and schedule out our virtual appointments, energy, posts, follow-up, if we don't do that, it would be like as ridiculous as I've got an appointment or a meeting at 6:00 and I'm leaving my house at 6. You're going to be late. You're going to be frustrated. You're not going to like the results. So if you feel like that right now, maybe we just need to tweak a few things on the front end and make it more systematic and schedule it out pre-post. I know that was a huge epiphany to me. Like, oh, if I just take 40 minutes on a Sunday and pre-post some stuff, that helps a ton just with our daily, right? So just a little idea there. But it's just different now, you guys. I would plan it before what my business needed. So I'm going to plan it now. So I strongly encourage, just like Mary Kay taught, the weekly plan sheet. All right. Who loves a good weekly plan sheet? Woo. All right. So with the idea, you guys ready? Jot it down. Birthday booking. This is so great because Everybody's got one. Hey, thank you, God. Everyone's got a birthday. So this is how I find this. And I have a 1 in 10 ratio with this on my phone. Google, talk to someone else. I know you can figure it out if you've got a different phone, or we can just Google it. Okay. So on my iPhone, on Facebook, I just go to the search and I type in the word birthday. Upcoming birthdays pop up. I click on that and it shows birthdays. Okay. So I click on, let's say Susie Q pops up for January 1. And I make this very systematic, you guys, so that my personal goal is that I'm booking 10 personal shows, parties, whether it's birthday or not, before the 5th, right? So book 10 by the 5th. So I click on Susie Q's name, and her birthday was today, yesterday, whatever. And then I go to her friends. So here's the deal. I want to make sure that I'm not messaging your sister, and I want the same respect, right? That's what we do with Mary Kay. We're going to make sure we're not stealing each other's family or customers. Okay. That's what we do. So I click on her friends just to see who our mutual friends are. Right. And then if we have no mutual Mary Kay friends, I write her name down on my bubble sheet or tracking sheet, however that looks, notebook. Okay. And then I go back to the birthday list, look at the second person, Jane. Great. Do we have any mutual friends? Okay. Oh yeah, that's how I know her. Oh, I haven't talked to Jane forever. Fun. Okay, great. No, I can write her down. You can start with your customer base with this too, from InTouch, from reports, or on Facebook, by the way. Okay. So I write them down. And then once we've got them, they've got back to me, I message them and I'll post the script. Okay. How about that? But it's really simple. Senior Cadillac sales director, Bobby Richards, came up with it. And it's really simple, really fun, very effective. It sounds like, hey, Susan. So it's personalized. Hey, Susan, a little birdie told me it was your birthday month. And in parentheses, it says Facebook, LOL. And your birthday month, and I entered you in a drawing for all birthdays this month, something like this, okay? And guess what, ... Two things. Anytime you end a script or a text or a Facebook message, I end it with a question. And if they're a winner, they respond better. So instead of I wanted to give you this, or are you interested? I drew your name. You're a winner. Okay. So that's what I do. And then I get the, like I said earlier, the yeses, the no's, the okay. I'm tracking all that on my focus card. And then we create a messenger. She creates a messenger group. I get the addresses. I send out the packets, the samples. You can do it QVC style, either way. Send out samples. And then we hold her appointment. And then we schedule a follow-up, or your consultation time for right after. And then we close the party, right? Okay, let me know if you guys have any questions with that. I don't know if I'll be able to go through all the comments, but we'll figure it out. Okay, but yeah, just the psychology, you guys, for winning, and then also asking a question. And I will tell you this too, on the second, like when she says, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, yay, or whatever, how she comes back that she's a winner, I then say to her, so here's what you won. You can do any hostess rewards you want. I do like 50 and free for 6 people. If you want to do half off, shopping's free. I mean, free is free, but whatever you want to do is great. And at the end of that second message, I like to say there too, this is what you won. And what's your experience lately with Mary Kay? Question mark, emojis. Okay. So if scripts are not your thing, don't worry about it. Find someone it's their gift. Okay. All right. Yada, yada. Yeah. My numbers again, 1 in 10. I think I've got through all that. Oh, and just, if I haven't said this already, I make it very systematic. Yeah. I book 10 by the 5th. Okay. Whether it's this or a different type of booking. All right. If your Facebook friends, you guys, if you're like me, if your Facebook friends are majority Mary Kay people, because if you've been to Mary Kay for more than a minute, we all love each other and we want to see what you're doing and all that, which is great. But I needed to shift a little bit. I'm still doing it. I'm shifting my audience a bit, where if you like my Mary Kay friends, which is great, again, love them, but I can't book you, sell to you, or recruit you, right? So if that's a great way that I'm lead generating, I, on purpose, whether it's 5 a day, 10 a day, whatever, 20 a week, set a goal and make it systematic that every week or every day you send a friend request, click on that, right? Everybody knows how to do that on Facebook. It just shows up. click on invite, or click on her to find out how you know each other. Oh yeah, I love my, yada, yada. That's how I know her. It's not a Mary Kay consultant, right? We don't have mutual, and then I will send a friend request. You'll get about 20 to 30% back that accept your friend request. So that if I'm doing birthdays, if I'm adding people to my Facebook private group, my audience is different, okay? Instead of Mary Kay people. All right. And I highly, highly advise with the birthdays, book parties and shows and hostess plan. And like, this is what you won. If you tell people, this is what you won, $50 shopping spree with 6 of your friends, or a birthday party with your 6 friends, and you get a $50 shopping spree. Tell them what they won in terms of what you want. Okay. Not, you want a facial or a beauty, like, you don't start here. You start here so that if no one can show or whatever, I still have this. But you don't start here. There's nowhere to go, right? Okay, I got a quick here. In closing here, similar to our business, or right now, you guys, what's going on just in the world and everything, it's okay to get mad sometimes, or frustrated, or question. It's okay. We're human. We're not robots, all right? It's okay. And like in basketball, if I missed a shot, I would be mad, but use that fuel, shift that energy and that focus quickly. It's just not okay to stay there, right? Your goal and your next step could be on the other side of that pivot. Whatever it is, financial security, it could be on the other side of your next pivot. You can do this. Okay. So maybe the win for today, you guys, is how we respond to things. How quickly, make it a game. How quick can I respond and pivot? We can't control what other people say or what they do, or if that doesn't line up. But maybe the win is how quickly we can respond and move forward in a positive way. So again, take 1 or 2 ideas, you guys, 1 or 2 ideas, and implement them within the next 48 hours. That's my challenge to you. And let's pivot quickly together. I know we can do this. Have an awesome rest of your day, you guys, an awesome January and second half to the seminar year. I believe in you. I believe in us. Great job, you guys. All right. Bye-bye.